Hi guys, and welcome to Jurassic Collectibles. Today we're going to be looking at this. It's a Stan Winston sculpt that's been professionally painted and mounted on this platform. This is one of my favourite pieces in my collection, and you might have seen it on the channel already as a sort of musical segment, but it was filmed very long ago and it was filmed on a camera with less quality, so I thought it was about time this one got a re-review. I've got my cup of tea and I'm ready to review. To give you some sort of idea of the scale, here's my hand. It measures in total about 2 feet long, so it's a really big sculpture, and I acquired this one through a comic book store who had a warehouse out the back, and they'd put this into storage. Obviously these have been on display in the comic book store for years, and they decided to sell them off. Now they had a Tyrannosaurus Rex, they had a Brachiosaurus and a Raptor, but this was the one that really caught my eye, and I thought the paint job is absolutely amazing, so I decided to go for this one. So the model started its life as a humble Horizon model kit. Now what's important about the Horizon model kits is that these were actually cast off original Stan Winston sculpts. A lot of people know that already, but if you weren't aware, these are actually sourced from the studio built moulds. And that's why if you search for them online for Horizon Jurassic Park models, they can fetch a fair price. And that's the same with the T-Rex and the Brachiosaurus and the Velociraptor. They're all cast off studio moulds. So here's a quick look at the packaging. You can see the spitter on the front there with the Jurassic Park logo. On the side you've just got the spitter there. On the bottom, same again. And then on the back you've just got a sort of a full body picture, and it says there, Horizon's original Jurassic Park Dinosaur Series vinyl model kits are exact replicas from the original moulds created at the Stan Winston studio especially for the movie. The dinosaurs were cast by our sculpture artists and carefully duplicated to the last detail in their skin, nails, teeth and eyes. Horizon's Jurassic Park dinosaurs come straight to you from the screen, ready for you to enjoy. Our special thanks to MCA Universal and Stan Winston Studio for making their invaluable help in the making of these model kits. So here's the contents of the Horizon model kit which came with this model, and you can see you've got a Jurassic Park spitter instruction manual. It says ready to assemble, highly detailed vinyl model kit, modelling skills helpful if under 13 years old. And also it comes with this stand. With mine it's already mounted, so I don't need this one, but this is what the original kit came with as an option. Here's a quick look inside the instruction manual. So as you can see, it lays out all the parts of the model. I'll give you a little closer look. So you can see all the parts here. You would have had the top of the head and the bottom of the jaw there, with the inner part separate. You've got the neck, the torso, the arms separate, the legs, the feet and the toes separate. You've got the frill separate there, and these instructions basically just go through putting this thing together, and tips and hints. And then on the back it's got the equipment that you will need, and it says don't forget to purchase the Raptor, the T-Rex and the Brachiosaur. So as I mentioned before, there were other models available in this Horizon range. So back to the model itself. This one was professionally assembled and painted for the comic book store which I acquired this from. And the paint job was the main thing that sold this to me, because it's been airbrushed to a beautiful level. All the fine details have been added and it looks like it's jumped out of the screen. Okay, let's get a closer look at this thing. Starting with the head sculpt and the frill, just look at that level of detail. And I don't know if you can tell, but actually on the eyes and also around the mouth, a really nice level of gloss has been applied to make it look like it's really wet in those organic areas. Really, really nice attention to detail. And here's the frill. So the frill is a really detailed part, and actually to do this part with an airbrush you have to have such a steady hand. It really is a testament to the artist who created this. Beautiful. And here's the opposite side. So you can see the forked tongue there, glistening, and the beady eye. On the reverse of the frill, they've even got this sort of diamond-like pattern going on the back. And the detail is absolutely incredible. You can tell it's a Stan Winston sculpt just because of the level of folds, all the tiny individual scales that have been applied to the side of the torso there. I mean, the detail is just absolutely ridiculous. It looks like this thing could just get up and start walking. Along the back here, it looks like there's almost like remnants of feathers. A bit like you'd get on a chicken's back. And I'm wondering if they added this as a detail to make the spitter more bird-like. Whatever the case, it really looks authentic. You can see the level of detail that's gone into the tail. And just no area on this dinosaur that hasn't had love and attention put into it. Absolutely amazing. Here you can see the toes with the sort of dew claw there to one side. And it's just a smashing paint job. I would say actually out of the whole body, this is probably the part that I think has been painted probably the least compared to all the other areas. But it's still outstanding. Here's a close-up of the claws on the hand. And you can see the claws themselves are a different colour. And they've even got sort of dirt and age that's been painted into the crevices there. Absolutely fantastic. Amazing level of detail here, guys. So here's the paint job from the opposite side. And here's a view of the Dilophosaurus from the front, as if she's about to attack us. It's got a really threatening look to it. And with those teeth on display and claws, you certainly wouldn't want to meet this thing in a dark alley. So the original maquette would have been approved by Steven Spielberg for the design of the Dilophosaurus that we see in the film. So this mould would have had its eyes laid on by Steven Spielberg, and that makes this thing a real pleasure to own, to know that it has that connection to the production of Jurassic Park. And the fact that it's been professionally painted with so much care and love really makes this a special piece in my collection. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed a closer look at the Dilophosaurus today. If you have any thoughts or feedback, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe, there's plenty more videos on the way. And leave a rating if you can. Okay guys, see you in the next video. Bye bye.